Hello, dear students. Hope you're doing well. Well, in today's lectures, we are going to tackle how to write a CV or resume. Okay, we say resume or resume. So here there is a slight difference between a CV and resume. We are going to see this difference in the next slides. Okay, so we say CV or resume. Okay, let's start, inshallah. All right. Etymology and definition of a CV. What is a CV? Or here a CV is just an acronym or abbreviation of curriculum vitae. Curriculum vitae is a Latin expression which can be translated as course of life. Okay, it means course of life, and it is a Latin expression, okay, which is borrowed from Latin and adapted, of course, in English language, okay, and often shortened as CV. We all know it as a CV. This is the acronym of curriculum vitae. Well, a CV is a detailed document highlighting your professional and academic history. CVs typically include information like personal information, certificates, diplomas, work experience, achievements, and awards, scholarships or grants you've earned, coursework, research projects, and publications of your work. Here, you may be asked to submit a CV when applying for jobs. Of course, here the CV, or as we say in Arabic, السيرة الذاتية. Here it is always required when we want to apply for a job, okay? So this is why it is required. And it is, as we've said, a detailed document. So it is a document which include all our course of life, let's say, okay, from work, experience, achievements, education, anything, okay, we did in our life. All right. So next here about etymology. Here etymology is the origin of the word. Okay, this is what we have seen. It is a Latin expression. So this is etymology and definition. Okay. Okay. It is a French word, resume, translates to abstract or summary. This is why it is a shorter form, okay? It is from the name resume, we consider it as a shorter form. It is recognized that it is a resume, ملخص, okay? But a CV, on the other hand, is typically a longer, more detailed document focused largely on academic coursework and research. So a CV, it is much more detailed, it is longer than a resume. Okay, so this is the difference between the CV and the resume is in the detailed information. CV is longer than a resume or a resume, right? So let's move to the next slide. Here we have components of a CV. So what a CV contains or includes. So here we have name and contact details. We have objective and personal profile statement. We have professional employment history, education and qualification or training. Personal skills. Here we talk about languages, communication skills, digital skills, other skills, awards and achievements and publications. Here we are going to talk about each component, okay, in the next slides, and your email, etc. Nice. So let's move. Secondly, we have objective and personal profile statement. In this section, you have objective and you have personal profile statement. So for the objective, it gives brief details about the type of work and role you would like and the industry you want to work in. So here the objective means the goal, why you are applying for this job, what position you want to be in, okay, when you work in this company, or okay, or when you are applying in this job, etc. So here, for example, if you want to be a sales representative, here you should state this in your objective. Okay, I want to be a sales representative of your products, for example. Okay, and we have, of course, a personal statement which gives the employer an idea of who you are in 3 or 4 sentences. It is just 3 4 sentences at maximum. You can include in your personal profile statement what you are currently doing for employment or education. Okay, just in brief. What attracted you to the job you are applying for you? Okay, here, why, for example, you choose this particular company or this particular job. Okay, your reason you are applying for this job, okay, and your career goals. So here, okay, objective and personal profile, okay, here must be included in the same section. It's about 3 to 4 lines, okay, in this section. Moving to the next section, we have employment or professional history, where it's all about work history, work experience. Okay, what do you have? What have you done? Okay, in your professional history. Okay, list your most recent jobs or work and volunteer experience. First, your work history needs to include the name of the employer, the job title or the role, where the job was located, start date and end date. For example, if you work as a customer service, here you should state, okay, from where it starts and when it ends. Okay, so here you should do this. Then we have, for example, our sales representative. So anything you do, anything you worked, okay, during your professional history. Okay, this is all about the work experiment. Then we have education and qualification. Also, training here is also included, means stage, okay, les stages. So here you should include, okay, certificates, the diplomas or degrees, okay, and of course with mentioning the year obtained, the grade received or current grade achieved, micro credentials and short work related. Here micro credentials, okay, are many qualifications that demonstrate I mean here any skills, knowledge, or maybe an experience in a given subject area. Okay, so here it's not here micro credential is not credentials are not like diplomas, for example. Okay, it is just a mini qualification. All right, and short work, of course, related courses. Then we have work-based training. So any training, okay, you did in a workplace, for example, for a period of time. Professional development courses, conferences and workshops, online courses that are, especially in the coronavirus, okay, there are many online courses offered. Then at the end you get a qualification or a certificate. Also, this is also it's good it could it could be included in your education and qualification section. You should list all the diplomas, degrees, and certificates you got here. This is in brief. Here you have an example. For example, in our case, okay, as Algerian students, you have master 2 diplomas. Okay, of course, here you should mention, for example, master 2. Okay, you graduate in 2016, for example, licence in 2014, baccalaureate into certificate here in 2011. Okay, here and B should always, so these diplomas, degrees, certificates should always be in most recent chronological order. So here you see that we begin with master 2 and not with the baccalaureate from the most recent one. Okay, and we go. All right, so this is for education. Now we have personal skills. Well, in personal skills means المهارات. Okay, the skills you put in your CV should be the same skills listed in the job advertisement, of course. Okay, here if a company, okay, make a job in advertisement, so here they need maybe particular skills, certain skills, okay, in their job. So here the skills should, okay, be relevant, okay, to this advertisement. Technical skills, here we have technical skills, including a technical skill section in your CV to list skills such as, we have languages here as a technical skills. What languages you know, what languages you can speak. For example, here we have Arabic, and Arabic is our mother tongue, of course. We have French as a first language, no, sorry, as a second language, and English as a foreign language, Spanish also as a foreign language. Okay, here I'm talking about our situation in Algeria. So in languages, well, it's better, okay, to mention the language level. For example, you speak French or English, you should mention if you are a beginner, here beginner, the code is A1, B1 is for intermediate English, C1 for advanced English, A1, okay, here from A1 to A2, B1 to B2, C1 to C2. Your A2 elementary English, B2 upper intermediate English, and C2 proficiency English. So here in beginner, in Arabic we say like مبتدئ, okay? يعني إنجليزية مبتدئين, okay? Just like the ones who learn it for the first time, okay? For A2, we have elementary English here. In Arabic, we can say that you have basics, for example, the main basics of English. This is what we call elementary English. Means لديك أساسيات اللغة الإنجليزية المعروفة. Okay, we have B1 intermediate English. Here إنجليزية متوسطة. Okay, and upper intermediate English إنجليزية فوق المتوسط. Okay, advanced English here إنجليزية متقدمة يعني تكون يعني for example in university, those who study it in university have an advanced English, let's say. And proficiency English here means that you are completely fluent in English, means you use it as native speakers. Okay, so this is proficiency English. So these are language proficiency level. Okay, we have mainly 6 here. We have 6 language levels. So you should mention your level. It is better. Okay. For example, in English, you say that I don't know, B1. Okay, English B1, French B2 or C1, etc. Okay, you should here depending on your language proficiency. You have also in skills, technical skills, we have communication skills. Okay, in communication skills, here you have an example like presentation skills. You have, for example, the skill of public speaking, okay, etc. This is all about communication, how to communicate with others. All right. Digital skills. In digital skills, here it's about computer and software programming. Here you should, for example, we have Microsoft, like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc. So these are skills, digital skills. For example, you are uh, you are skillful in creating websites. This is also a digital skill, etc. So it's all about computer and programming. Okay. Other skills, for example, here you have a driver license. Permit, okay, رخصة السياقة. This is also a skill which can be included, okay, in your CV. So here depend, of course, as we have said, about the job advertisement, the skills they needed. All right, nice. Then we have awards and achievements. You can include such things as scholarships here, المنح, okay, المنح المدرسية. We have academic or professional awards, جوائز. Okay. جوائز التي تلقيتها يعني أثناء دراستك ولا أثناء عملك. Okay. Successfully completed projects. For example, you did a project and it was successful. Here you should mention it in awards and achievements. This is an achievement for you. Examples of how you helped a former employer meet their targets. Example, important contributions to the community. For each example, note what the achievement was and when and where you achieve it. Of course, here the achievement, you should mention the place, the time, etc. Okay. And then lastly, we have publication. Well, publication, it could be optional, okay? So you could here, you could do it and you could not. So the works that you publish, for example, you publish a book, an article, okay, it is also included in your CV. You can, okay, include it. So here we have format. Here we have a CV format, okay, a sample, let's say. Okay, we have here the name and contact information, summary. Then we have a summary. Okay, here summary means the objective, okay, the objective and profile statement. We have professional history, okay, all about your work experience, education, skills, awards and achievements, and publication. Okay, this is for CV format. So here we know that the CV is more detailed, okay, comparing to resume or resume format. So in resume, we have here the details, okay, name and contact information. We have summary or objectives. We have professional history, of course, your work experience, the name, company, the date, etc. We have education, skills, and optional here you can add awards and achievements, hobbies, interests. This is optional, okay, so you can do it, and okay, if you don't want to do it, you don't do it. All right. Then in the last slide, we have some useful tips to write a good CV. So keep it short, but not too short. Of course, here when you write a CV, okay, here you can use maybe three, let's say, 3 pages at maximum, okay, 2 3 pages and at maximum, of course, but not too short. For example, as maybe a half paper. This is too short. So here you have to respect, all right? Then we have fill in the gaps. While here, fill in the gaps mean. So here the meaning of filling the gaps, avoid leaving gaps in your employment history, okay? For example, if you were traveling the world, okay, maybe you travel to another country, or for example, for mothers, they have maternity leave or looking after small children. Here you should include it, okay, in your CV. Here just to fill in the gaps, okay, in your history of uh, of profession or your work. All right, make sure it is up to date. Here it, when we say it is up to date, means always ensure your CV is up to date. Sorry, include your most recent experience at the top of each section, of course. For example, you can just here mention, okay, your work in the 5 years, okay, the recent 5 years, okay, this is up to date, right? Not I don't know, 10 years ago, okay, this is not okay, preferable. We have don't exaggerate or lie. So here you should tell the truth, okay? So here, don't lie, don't exaggerate. Your potential employer here can easily check information about where you have studied and worked. Don't be tempted to lie or exaggerate about your expertise. For example, you just lie, you say that I have this skill, but actually you don't have it, all right? Because sooner or later this will be discovered, and of course, the result here is losing the job, okay, because of your lies and exaggeration, all right? Spend time on the layout. Here, make sure that the CV is clear and easy to read, of course. Use bullet points and appropriate spacing. Keep your sentences short. Line up your list, okay, and use a professional looking font. Here, here the layout here means the design of your CV. It's all about writing size, okay, your font size. For example, here we have, well, most of the time we use Arial size or Times New Romans. This is the most commonly used, etc. Of course, the writing should be clear, should be readable. All right. Then we have check for mistakes here. So don't okay, commit mistakes, okay, grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes, okay. It's also should be also, okay, this is important. Mistake on a CV create a bad impression here, okay. Use spell check, reread your CV and ask someone else, okay. You can just ask a friend, okay, to check it for you too before you send it or you submit it. Nice. And we have include a cover letter. Yeah, okay, cover letter, we will see this, okay, in details for next lessons. All right, including here the cover letter. When you send your CV to apply a job, you should send it with a cover letter or email to introduce your application. So the cover letter should show your personal interest in the role, highlight the skills and experience you bring, okay, because here you are encouraging the employer to read your CV or your letter, okay. This is all about writing a CV or a resume. Hope, okay, you benefit from this presentation. Okay, actually it was quite long, but okay, it should be helpful, okay, for you now. And thank you for your attention. See you next time.